Hi everyone, Brian from Variable Traders here. It is Wednesday, December 29th. This is the midweek video, and of course it'll be the last video of the year, 2021. Next video will be on the weekend, and we'll be into 2022. So another year has come and gone, and this was sort of the last trading day of the year because any trades Thursday or Friday coming up will be settled in 2022. And so subsequently, there could have been a little bit of tax loss selling, maybe locking in some gains here as we closed out the day and the year. So let's get down to taking a look at where we are with the indexes. And as you know, we're still pushing to new highs. And as we continue with the Santa Claus rally through probably to the end of the year here. So let's get down to it. Okay, so tonight's going to be a short video, but before we get to the indexes and looking at some of the charts, quick ad for my book on Amazon. So I always like to do how to swing trade, strategies of a swing trader. So let's get down to business and look at some charts here. So where we might be going for the rest of the week, although it will be a fairly muted week. We'll see as we look at the charts how volume is dropping off, and I expect it will continue to do that as we get closer to Friday. So here's the 10-year Treasury. You can see here we're continually making a series of higher lows. Seem to be creeping up here. We're still sort of mid-range on this, and we're getting into an area where there's probably going to be some resistance based on support here, and resistance here. So again, this 155 level, kind of in the middle of the range right now. So no definitive trend, although momentum is picking up to the upside. So watch for interest rates to keep going higher, which is probably not going to help the Qs. You can see here, this is the price of the 20-year, dropped quite a bit today, and looks like we may be heading lower on that. Transports, again, I like to watch that because it often leads the Dow, but in this case it's not really doing that. But again, you can see here volume sort of dropping off sequentially day over day, and we are back up into an area where there has been resistance before, support here, and this is a pretty critical level actually for the transports. And you can see here we really haven't made much, there hasn't been a whole lot of buying and selling, or at least pressure one way or another. So I suspect that we're going to be sort of chopping into the remainder of this year, the last two trading days. The Dow, we did actually finish at an all-time high here, and pulled back well off the highs. There was quite a bit of selling right at the end of the day there. But again, you can see here a little bit of hesitancy as we really tried to push higher and then kind of sold off, but still managed to gain. And again, you can see here it's more of a seller's strike than the buyers are just pushing this up, and there's just not a lot of people selling at this point. So happy to ride that wave higher, but we are up into an area where probably going to see some resistance. I wouldn't expect us to make any more big moves into the end of the year here. The IWM, again, we're sort of back in this bit of a mid-range between this prior sort of area of resistance and prior area of support down here. We're kind of sitting in the middle. We sold off today, came right back up, still hovering around this 200-day moving average. And again, volume very light today, and I would expect to see it get lighter as the last 2 days of the week come and go. The Qs, again, a little bit more struggle here to get a push higher. Again, interest rates probably affecting that a little bit, putting some pressure on the Qs. Although there were buyers there, and we ended up with a bit of an indecision candle. And again, I suspect that we'll kind of hold steady here. The SPY, again, looked like we eked out an all-time gain, our all-time high, closed 78, and just marginally higher close on the SPY, all-time high close. And you can see here again, volume really starting to taper off here. and really not much progress over the last 2 days. And the dollar weakened up a bit here, despite the fact that interest rates rose. We were off the low of the day, but we're right down into an area that should be support. If we do lose that, then probably could be coming back down here. That would be good for gold, silver, some of the energy stocks. And as you know, as the price and the indexes have sort of narrowed into a range here, you can see the volatility is really getting sucked out of the market. So that's not a surprise. So let's take a quick look at how some of the groups performed and where some money may be rotating into and maybe rotating out of. You can see here there's a lot of defensive names that caught a bid today. Real estate, consumer defensives, which would be staples like here Johnson and Johnson, healthcare caught a bid, and utilities, again the sort of classic safety trades, they're catching a bid. Materials getting a bit of a bid, probably on partly on dollar weakness. Technology a bit of an underperformer today. But on the week, you can see here real estate, again, bit of a performer, industrials. Technology is still doing okay on a week, but if we continue to see interest rates go up, I'd be expecting to see that start to drop off, and consumer defensives start to move up a little bit more maybe. So that's where money seems to be rotating into. It looks like some traders and investors are rotating into what you would consider to be more safe assets. So for the rest of the week, I don't really have a watch list. I mean, the next 2 days are going to be lame, I guess, if you want to call it that. I think it's going to be low volume and and sort of directionless. But I'll leave you with one tidbit I am watching. I do have a little bit of gold exposure in my account now. I've got this, we had this nice reversing doji here, big move up the next day, and we've been kind of chopping around here. And this sort of 3150 level looks like an area that I'll be watching to see if we can break out of that. If we can, I might add to that position, and sort of watching this level here, this 3050, just as a possible stop out, sort of in this $30 range, which is close to where I got in. So I'm keeping an eye on this. I think gold may have a nice run up in the new year. We'll see how that goes. And I don't want to forget about the Bitcoin traders, cryptocurrency traders. You can see here Bitcoin tried to take a bounce here. It is completely retraced where we came from, and be watching this level here. This 46,000 level here is, I would say, pretty critical at this point. If we do happen to lose that, there could be a sort of a big flush down to maybe into the 41,000 range on Bitcoin. And you can see right now with stochastics trading below the 50, rallies are very suspect, and RSI is turning up a little bit, so maybe that's a positive. So that's it, everybody. I hope you've all had a good week so far. You had a good Christmas holiday season, and we'll hopefully see everyone in the Bear Bull Trading Room in the morning. 8 o'clock we kick things off, pre-market show, and 9:30 we'll be trading the open. And the pre-market show, of course, live on YouTube. Anyway, have a good rest of the evening, everyone, and if I don't talk to you or see you, have a happy new year. We'll see you all in the new year. Bye for now.